This tree came about because I saw the emptiness and I wanted to portray that and portray how people reach outside of themselves rather than going within. So this tree tells that little story, and I like to draw these trees because they just come through me and they evolve themselves, and I discovered they started looking like people after a while. So today I want to talk about emptiness. Why are we feeling empty? There is a really good reason for that. Emptiness comes from us looking outside for the thing that fulfills us. What is it that fulfills us? What will be fulfilling for us? There is one answer to that. That is love. Love fulfills us. What does love feel like then? Well, fulfilling. You know that you have love when you feel full. It's like you don't need anything anymore when you have this feeling of love. The love I'm talking about is a sense of beingness, being in love, in the state of love, rather than doing love, which a lot of people find quite painful. The doing of love is what people think love is. And of course, reaching for things outside of us, we think we will feel better or we will subconsciously feel love. And of course, sometimes we do. We go and, buy that shiny thing or go and have that great time and go on that holiday. And we do feel good. And we think, wow, I want this to last forever. But of course, we know the shine wears off the shiny new thing and the holiday is a distant memory. And often I notice when we're on holidays, a lot of us are thinking, oh no, I've got to go back to work on Monday. So there's this negative energy that surrounds the holiday coming to an end, for example. Or when someone puts a scratch on the shiny new thing, it's devastating. Like, that is the love that I have and it's now going away. So you feel empty again. The love I'm talking about is the love that's always there. That is why you are filled up all the time. So it's an interesting question. How do I find myself or fall in love? Well, it's about losing the fear. Now, that's a really tricky idea for many people too. What do you mean losing the fears? Fears are simply things that just don't feel good. So, for example, even the idea of going on the holiday and knowing that you have to go back to work on Monday is a type of fear. It's saying, oh, I don't feel good about that. Why? Well, I want to do this. I want to stay on holidays. The funny thing is you probably really don't know what you want at all because you're still seeking that which you think will make you feel better as something external. Because we know if we've even moved house or gone somewhere else, a new partner, the new car, a new holiday, or we've moved, we think, oh, if we move and we change our environment, we'll feel better. We'll get away from all of this stuff. But the funny thing is you take yourself with you wherever you go. So you are still there. And you, with that empty feeling, will keep coming with you wherever you go. So even in the new relationship, it's all very exciting and new and fun at the beginning. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's the beauty of falling in the doing of love. It is beautiful and so fun, and that feeling you want to hold on to it forever. But eventually you come with you. And so then you start seeing the faults and why it's not quite what it seemed it was. At the beginning you thought it looked like this because you desperately want to find that love. But what is love within and how do we get it? I actually found it very interesting when someone said to me once, you have to go within. Now, this was many years ago, and I thought, what does it mean to go within? What does going within mean? I found it very difficult to figure that out when I can see everything outside of me, but I can't see within me. So I'm a very logical person. But then one day I understood what it meant. It meant how I felt. That within this body of mine, we often forget about the body, and you'll see this tree, it's got this body and it's feeling empty. It's reaching out. It's because we've got to go back into our bodies and find our bodies satisfied. And that's just a beingness. When we are still, when we stop, and we have nothing pulling on us this way or that, that's no fears. Fears, if I probably could break it down very simply in a way to say that fears are the shoulds in life. I should be doing this. I'm expected to do that. People think I would be like this. There are expectations of me. Rather than, I'm just okay, exactly as I am, exactly where I am, and everything will be fine. Of course, the other thing is we try and pull things in to our space so that we will feel safe. Now, I'll do more recordings on this, but the idea of safety came as children. We did things that we were told, even though they mightn't have aligned with us exactly, so that we would feel safe within our tribe. Now, the tribe is our parents and teachers and older siblings even. We do things when we are younger because we cannot rationalize this. We do things when we are younger. We do what we're told unconsciously to be kept safe and loved, because we are just looking for love. This is what I talk on. I talk on love. Love is the beingness rather than the doingness. So if we drop all our fears, we come back to our authentic self. If we are doing exactly what aligns with us authentically, then we are being ourselves. We are human beings. I know this because I actually experience it. I experience that state of being called love. I'm not rushed or pushed or have to do this or achieve that. It's just I follow my heart's desire. I don't need this or that outside of me to make me feel satisfied. It's that satisfaction. You imagine it when you're totally satisfied. I thought that was the best word actually to explain how this feels. It's not being too dizzily high and blissful, although you do get that. It's an absolute satisfaction when no one's pulling at you. You're not reaching out. You're not searching. That's when you feel fulfilled. That's when it feels content. It is by dropping the fear. This is why that we're looking for something to fill us up, because we think we have to do it rather than be it. That is the key, shifting our way of thinking to, I just need to be love rather than do it. No one else can do this for you. This is the other funny thing. There is no doing of love for you. You be it. Because so it is about self-love, love of the self. Now, a lot of people confuse that. They think that's conceit, but it's not conceit, because that's the doing of love, doing of love to the self. Well, that's beautiful too, because you're honoring your body and you're taking good care of yourself, because you are in this body as a vehicle and you want it full of love energy to take you to the places that resonate with love. So if you're not loving it from that point of view, it can't serve you. And it will have other resonances within it that will attract other things. But I'll talk about that another time. I'm more than this, I'm talking about the beingness of love, of self-love. So if you're saying, I am love, that is the love of self, saying, oh, look at me, I actually know who I am love. I like to say that we are like the sun, that shining light, and all the little clouds that come in front of us are just our little fears. We're always shining there underneath. We just move them along. We recognize them. Oh, there's a cloud. We move it along. It's just a fear. It's okay. They're not going to hurt you. Our fears, actually, what they do is make us grow. Again, I'll talk about this another time. But it's the idea of bringing love into the space of being love rather than doing it. If we just shift our mind on that for a moment, that idea of itself was fulfilling. You can feel love in your body. If you drop down from your thinking mind, where you probably are now, and just drop into the heart, just shift your awareness to your heart. I just feel it as glowing. That's what's called open-heartedness. And you can learn to be guided by the heart. The heart really fulfills us. It knows how to sit in the state of love, in the beingness of it. It's natural. I found this is what the trees were conveying to me. I walk in amongst the trees and I feel their beautiful energy, and they just talk about what's natural. What nature does is it just flows, and it just isness. Love is an isness. Nature exists. It's just a beingness. It's not busy. It's just evolving and being and experiencing. There's no rush. It's soft. Well, it can be wild. But that's part of its flow as well. It just goes in the natural flow of things rather than reaching out and seeking, pushing. So all this is about is that emptiness within. Just shift it to the idea of, oh, I am love. I am love. If I sit with that idea and just feel it in my body, I start to fill up. Thank you. And thank you for watching this episode of The Trees Speak.